welcome to Economics Today. Today's topic is American debt, which is the largest in the world for a single country at a little over $18 trillion. Nearly two-thirds of the debt is owed to the people, while the remaining debt is owed to the government itself. In the long run, a growing federal debt is like running with a weight on your shoulders, eventually further slowing the United States government, and over the next 20 years, the Social Security Trust Fund won't have enough to pay retirement benefits promised to baby boomers. And now to you, David.
Well, thank you, Sam. Thank you for letting me come on this show. There's a lot of economic solutions that could fix this major problem. The one I want to show today would be increasing taxes. Recently, the Index of Economic Freedom posted that the total of U.S. federal, state, and local taxes in 2012 was at 24% of the GDP. This is rather low compared to countries abroad, such as Britain, where the total tax burden is at 34%. Sweden, 46, France, 42, and Germany at 37. At the lower end of the spectrum of major advanced economies, Japan is at 28% and Australia is at 27%. The federal portion of the American tax burden is in the neighborhood of 18% of GDP. We need to increase taxes when the inevitable is already coming our way. There was recent statistics that came out that state that even though we're at 24%, that by 2023 we will increase to 25%, this is mostly due to healthcare costs and interest payments, and that by 2037, at the rate we're going, we will be at 30% of our GDP. So in other words, by gradually increasing our total tax burden by 7% of GDP through 2023, we could balance the budget. We might eventually have to raise it perhaps 10% of GDP. That would leave us with a much higher tax burden, but it would still only be 34% of GDP, as high as Britain of today. I'd like to pass it to my colleague, Phil Burns.
David, cutting spending is a very effective way to reduce the deficit. America spends $718 billion on defense annually, which is about 20% of the federal budget. They spend more than the next 14 countries combined. That can clearly be cut. There are also many federal agencies with large budgets that waste a lot of the money they receive. If their budgets were cut, then they would use the money on necessities without spending it just for the sake of spending it. Budget cuts across the board will go a long way in reducing the deficit. And now, on to Justin.
Alright, thank you, Phil. This is Justin. Now, one of the solutions I think it can be possible is the theory of the invisible hand by Adam Smith. This solution is actually really straightforward. What we have to do is just stop adding the new regulations and let private market work without new uncertainties and show a bit of a confidence in the recovery. The recent research shows that our economy is actually growing. We're actually creating more jobs than what we did before. 153,000 jobs created in a month in 2013 compared with only 98,000 a month in 2010, which means you increase total income for households and increase the Social Security tax income for government. And that will increase the consumer spending and the business will make more money.
America looks like a rich nation. We have nice cars, houses, roads, and strong armies. But our balance sheets tell a different story. We pay for it with debt. The problem is huge. The debt approaches the size of our economy. So we give 3 solutions to solve this problem in this video. The first one is increasing tax because our taxes are low compared to countries abroad. The second one is cutting spending. It's a very effective way. And the third one is using the theory of invisible hand, which is stop adding the new regulations. Much of our wealth is not real. Our illusion of wealth is based on that. To become a happier nation, we need to get out of that.